Okay, where do I begin? Where do I begin? So, we missed a lot of things since I last streamed. Sorry for the delay. Had some things come up. So, first of all, Crystal Fly Trap. This just got announced. And a new glider that looks cool. So, that's really cool. I'm very happy about it. We can finally, hopefully it works well. We can capture crystal flies, and it is what it is. And we're very happy. Someone in chat was like, oh, you're going to be so mad at how it works. How do you know? It's not even out. Fuck you. We'll see. But it looks cool. So I'm hyped. And for the bigger news. Oh, before actually. Okay, so I use a Go XLR for my audio stuff. But unfortunately the USB port on the back is like wonky. Like I have to like hold the cable at a certain angle. And so I, the dumbass that I am, tried fucking with it. And it got worse and now it doesn't work. So I'm using my old audio setup. I spent like hours like fixing the fucking equalizer and shit. So hopefully it sounds about the same. However, if it's a bit weird or whatever, apologize. It's still under warranty, so I'll try to change it. Get the same one again, so everything goes back to the same. But hopefully it sounds like basically the same. That is the point. I just don't want, I'm not going to pay for another one, so I'm hoping it's under warranty. Yeah. So, now we're going to talk about the new set. So, the new sets. Now, again, I don't know why they didn't announce this during the live stream. They showed the sets, but they didn't explain them. Yeah, back to using fucking voice meter banana now, which is scuffed. It also means I could do this if I want to sound like I'm at McDonald's. Hey, welcome to McDonald's. I take your order. So that's cool. That's cool. Anyways, yep. So I can also turn the equalizer off, but I think equalizer helps. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know how this audio sounds, but I think it's fine. Right, chat? Anyways, so it might be like that for 1 or 2 videos that I'm recording, and then we'll go back to the normal. Fang's here? She said, shut it down. Hey, Fang. Zanger, this is a tier 2 again for a year. Damn. Okay, so let's start with the new sets. Let me change webcams to make this more professional. Wait, why is it so big? Wait, I don't remember the size of it. Wait, how big is my webcam usually? Fuck, I don't remember. What if I spam Control Z? Okay, I'm gonna spam Control Z. I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh. Okay, it's stuck here. It's stuck. All right, whatever. Wait, how big is it normally? Wait, I remember. It usually covers up to the map part, so I need to turn it out a little bit. It's usually like, yeah, like this, Dude, my lighting is so fucked. I'm too lazy to change the light bulb. I gotta do that today or tomorrow or something. All right, least scuffed stream. Shut the fuck up. Wait, is the size fine? It's not just about size, chat, but is it okay? Or is it too big? It used to be about half of what it is. Yo, you're capping. It's like this, right? Yeah, it's literally like this. All right, anyways, well, since our last stream, there were 2 new artifact sets that were announced. Golden Troupe and Marechaussee Hunter. That's not how you pronounce them, but that's how I did pronounce them. Golden Troupe. Another fucking Fischl buff. Why? I like Fischl. I love Fischl. Fischl's great. I fucking love Fischl. I love Fischl. I love Beto. I love most Electro characters. I think Electro characters are sick. But Fischl's already like top. She's already the best Electro character. I don't give a fuck what you say. She's already the best Electro character. Before Golden Troupe. Motherfuckers like to act like any new buff to Fischl is what made her good. Oh, only good with Dendro. No, she was broken before it. Then she got Dendro. And then she's getting a new set for no fucking reason. Anyways. Golden Troupe is also a Guoba buff. So if you plan on playing Guoba and not Xiangling, go Golden Troupe. Anyways, so this is official buff. 20% skill damage on the 2-piece, and then the 4-piece gives you another 50% for free. So 70% skill damage to your official. So there you go. Very fucking good. About 15 to 20% better than her other sets, which is a lot. That is a lot. That's more than Vermilion. So yeah. Better than Husk for Albedo, is it? Yes, kind of. Yesn't. It depends. So Golden Troupe, how it works on Albedo is the following. If you have, the more defense you have, the better Golden Troupe is. The less defense, the worse it is. Generally, if you're an Albedo player, an Albedo main, an Albedo lover, and you have Husk, you're good. You don't need to farm Golden. But Golden's a bit better if you run Cinnabar Spindle and Goro, which a lot of Geo teams do. It'll be like 6%, I think. I forget the exact number, but it's a little bit better. But it's still subset dependent. Depends on how much like defense and shit you have. With only Cinnabar, no Goro, I think it's like slightly better. And then without both of them, then Husk becomes better. Both are good. For Yai Miko, it's weird. It's her best set for her skill damage. And a lot of people play like AFK Yai. Well, not a lot of people, but some people. Or like you don't really care about the rest of her kit and you just like skill and then swap. Golden Troupe will be the best for that. But for like as a general set on Yai, Gilded Dreams is still going to be the recommended one. Because you also want to use your burst, which is a big chunk of your damage. EM is really good because you're aggravating in Dendro teams, which is what I recommend, how I recommend playing Yai. And as a driver or even like kind of quick swap teams, you also normal attack. You also might charge attack, like whatever, right? So Gilded is still her general set. But Golden is the best for skill damage, and it's still good. It's still genuinely good. It's a lot of skill damage, but not good as a driver. It's not good if you're on field in your Yai, but off field, it's good. But Gilded is usually more recommended. So it's mainly best installed for Fischl, huge Fischl buff, and then also good on Albedo, also viable on Yai, also good on Dea if you just care about her skill. Usually still on Emblem, but if you're just playing her for her skill, you can go Golden Troupe. And then you can also use it with, don't use it on Nahida. You can also use it on some quick swap characters. You can use it on some quick swap characters who want skill damage. Actually, we'll talk about Alhaitham in a second. But example, let's say you're playing Hazo. I highly recommend just going like Viridescent Venerer if you're playing him in like a Taser team or whatever his other best installed set is for damage. But if you were playing quick swap Hazo and you don't need Viridescent Venerer, this could be the best if you just like swap in skill, get the fuck out, because you get a lot of skill damage. For Alhaitham, you might look at it and be like, dude, what? Actually, yeah, you might look at it and be like, why the fuck would you run this on Alhaitham? That's stupid as fuck, because you get 20% skill damage on 2-piece. Great. So baseline, a good 2-piece for Alhaitham. If you're going 2-piece, 2-piece, it's good. But why would you go the 4-piece? You get 25% more skill damage, but then if you're not on field, you lose that on the other 25. True. But even at that point, I've seen math say that it's around as good as like 2-piece, 2-piece, maybe a bit worse. But Gilded's better or Deepwood. So it's not recommended on Alhaitham, but if you don't have a good 4-piece Gilded, you can either 2-piece, 2-piece, or you can even 4-piece the set as like a placeholder, because it's not that much worse than 2-piece, 2-piece. Or sometimes it's a bit better, I think. Yeah, so it's still, yeah. Mostly a sync I said sync because someone in chat said sync. Mostly official buff. Yeah. Now, next up, for Marechaussee Hunter. For the record, Marechaussee has a E accent aigu here, which means a accent on the E, but unfortunately it's not there. Two actually, there's one on the E here and the E there. It's Marechaussee. You can't pronounce that. Fuck you. I'm kidding. It doesn't matter. Marechaussee. I don't know how the fuck to say it. But yeah, the Hunter set, pretty weird. Like, I genuinely, we don't talk about leaks on this channel, and I also personally just don't look at them. But not about, like, this is like purely my gut feeling. This has to be a new Fontaine character. It just has to be. Because who the fuck in this game, other than Xiao, has their HP decreased all the time? That's only Xiao. Like, Hu Dao doesn't even do that. It's only Xiao. So I'm assuming it's going to be a future character. Just like an educated guess, it has to be. It has to be a future character. We don't know. We saw Linny in the trailer. He's pyro. We don't really know what he does. Maybe he's like pyroing, burgeoning himself, burning himself. There's a chance. Because it's actually not bad for Burgeon Ayato. This set, Marechaussee, is actually not bad on Burgeon Ayato. It could be his best set. Which is kind of funny, considering Echoes. But yeah. So we'll see. Regarding Hu Tao, it doesn't really work on her. It's like, okay, the 2-piece is good because it gives you charge attack damage and normal. And then the 4-piece gives you 12% crit rate every time you take damage, right? Or heal. Take damage or heal. The only problem with Hu Tao is, when the fuck do you take damage? Not genuinely. What, are you just standing there and letting yourself get hit? No. So you press E, you take damage once. You burst, you heal once. That's it. That's literally it. So you can do some things of playing a Burgeon team. If you're playing Hu Tao Burgeon, you could argue this is a good set. If you're playing Hu Tao Burgeon, yeah, there's probably a good chance your HP is decreasing. You can probably make use of it. Outside of that, you'd only get 1, maybe 2 stacks. You could run, I think there's a case to be made if you really want to use a set to run like a healer on dog shit stats, like literally a Xiao with no artifacts, or like a Diona burst with no art, like Kokomi E with no artifacts, and just like slightly heal. But I don't recommend that. Yeah. Anyways, so the main person who, outside of future characters, right? As someone, a VIP in chat pointed out, I predicted that Vermilion would be best in slot on everyone because Dainsleif's going to come out and he's going to use his Void Cock and damage all of your party members, making Vermilion good. Maybe a Fontaine character does that and makes Marechaussee good. That would be fucking cool, and then I called it, so true. Now, anyways, Marechaussee is basically just a Xiao set until maybe like Linny fucking burns himself. Maybe fucking a new Fontaine character damages your party member. Like, we don't know. But for the time being, this is a Xiao set. It's literally just a fucking Xiao set. And it upset me when I found out. I wish I literally was waiting for stream so that I could see the new sets on stream and react to them on stream. But then they literally tweeted about them at like midnight randomly. So they didn't reveal it on stream. So my reaction has not been recorded. But fuck this game. Now I see a lot of, look, I have seen literally a bucket load of math about the set. I've seen what Zy0x has done. I've seen what Xiao mains have done. I've talked to people in Xiao mains. I've talked to Zy0x. I've looked at it myself. Listen, for most people, it's just another set. And the difference between Vermilion and Marechaussee is very minimal, but it can be not minimal depending on what you're running. For example, if you have a ton of attack, you're running fucking Vortex Vanquisher because you suck. No, I'm kidding, because you got it somehow. Or Calamity Queller, and you're using Bennett. You have a fuck ton of attack. Marechaussee will be like 7% better, or like 10%. Like, it'll actually be quite a bit better. On the contrary, you have a lot of crit rate. Xiao is a crit ascension passive. You're running Deathmatch. You have Farzan who gives you damage. Vermilion will be a lot better. So, not a lot. It's still usually small, but they're both about as good. Now, there's cases to be made for both. So, for Marechaussee, the case is, hey, you get a lot of crit rate, easier to build. It comes with a set that isn't Echoes, which is a waste of your entire life. So, you might just build it passively on your Xiao. True. The contrary is, Vermilion is now being added to the strong box. So, it's, in my opinion, more efficient to strong box Vermilion for Xiao, unless you also want Golden Troupe, which is worthwhile for Fischl. It's your best in slot. Stop typing minus 100k! Stop! Then you can go for Marechaussee on your Xiao. Both of them are fine. Now, when one becomes better than the other, depends on your supports and your weapon. So, if you're running Bennett, Marechaussee is better. If you're running Farzan, Vermilion's better. If you're running both, very fucking close, especially with C6 Farzan, to where you go based on substats, you go based on what's easier for you to farm. Now, Marechaussee is easier for you to get a good ratio because it gives you a bunch of crit rate. But it's also harder to build because you get a fuck ton of crit rate, so you don't want any more crit rate, so you want attack, crit damage, kind of like an Ayaka. It's not like hard to build Ayaka, it's just you don't really want crit rate anymore. So you might overcap, especially if you're running like Deathmatch or Jade Spear. It depends. If you're running like Homa, you're probably fine. But yeah. Also, skill doesn't crit. I mean, yeah, but you also get normal and charge attack damage, which people usually don't calc. Because a lot of Xiaos don't know how to normal plunge without missing a plunge when they normal cancel it. But if you are playing optimally, you get more value. And then it's also like a higher investment. Vermilion can be a little bit better because you have a fuck ton of crit, but maybe you didn't already farm for it and then you're farming for a new set to where you could just go for a fuck ton of attack. And then like, they're both good. Okay, all of this, like, I'm telling you, I recorded for way too long talking about Xiao. Like, genuinely way too long, okay? So, I'm gonna trim it. But most people don't need to know all that information. Just keep in mind, both are good. And I am trying not to mold because I was very afraid that would be better than Vermilion. Now I know that it's about as good, which means I can keep farming Vermilion. But I also know that I want Golden Troupe because I fucking love Fischl, and I like Zy0x, but she doesn't need it. She can use Gilded. It's probably better overall. But I just want a Golden Troupe set, so I'm gonna have to farm this domain. But Vermilion's now coming to the strong box, which means that if you farm Vermilion before the strong box, you are why? Because you can just strong box it now. So I'm at a point where my life is a comedy. I used to think it was a tragedy, but so I don't know what to do. But I mean, I'm probably just gonna strongbox Vermilion and farm this set. The fact that Vermilion comes to strongbox is really good, really good for Xiao mains. But the fact that there's, I don't know. We'll have to see. This is so fucked, dude. This is so fucked. What if I do this set and then what if I do Vermilion and then I strongbox more Vermilion? So yeah, it's a thing. What's your current? Oh yeah, my current official build is insane, by the way. My official right now is insane, and I'm gonna have to fucking throw it away. Last Christmas, you gave me your heart, my heart I gave you. Very next day, again. Like, look at this Vermilion. I can't even use it on her anymore. Literally can't even use it on her. The new set's like 20% better. Why not for Nahida, Gilded Troupe? Because Deepwood. Nahida brings more value to your team outside on not just skill damage. Like, EM's really good for her. EM buffs your team as well. So even like Gilded Dreams at that point.